The iPhone 17 release date, speculations, and anything else you need to know ahead of the Apple event due in September. Here are all the iPhone 17 rumors and leaks coming up to the autumn reveal. Knowing the huge internal changes coming to our phones with iOS 26, we're getting interested to see how Apple has redesigned its newest smartphones, the iPhone 17 series. We still have to wait over a month to find out, provided Apple follows to its typical release timetable, but for now, we may imagine what the new phones will look like. As with other unpublished iPhone models, rumors and leaks have leaked in concerning the hardware side ahead of the public announcement. Here's what we're anticipating and what we can reasonably think we'll get from Cupertino in September. 1. What are the latest iPhone 17 rumors and reports? Surprisingly, the latest rumor isn't about the actual iPhone 17 specs themselves, but rather when they'll ultimately be presented. McRumors highlighted a claim originally reported by iPhone-ticker.dead that the Apple iPhone 17 event could occur Tuesday, September 9, according to information collected from German mobile phone operators. While the iPhone events normally take place during the second week of September, we won't know the particular date until Apple makes the formal announcement. 2. How much will the iPhone 17 cost? Apple's announced aim to recruit US-based manufacturing partners looks to give it at least some insulation from the highest Trump administration tariffs that have already forced price spikes on everything from Switch consoles to high-end cameras to Sonos speakers. But given that President Trump's trade policy might change from week to week, and Apple's continuous reliance on Asia-based supply chains, price surprises remain an ongoing risk. The greater concern is, will Apple absorb any extra costs or pass them on to consumers? If costs do creep up, Apple may choose to match it with an upgrade. Consider this latest claim reported by MacRumors from a leaker identified as Instant Digital, suggesting that the default storage of the iPhone 17 series may start at 256 gigs, double the current 128 gigs baseline. While that could be accompanied by a price rise of $50, Apple could at least promote it as a better value. That said, the business raised the default RAM of its Mac computers from 8 gigs to 16 gigs at no extra cost in 2024, but that was before the current Trump tariff cycle started. 3. When will the iPhone 17 series be announced? Most years, the flagship smartphones are introduced in September. It's a little early to have the particular dates. Some years, Apple simply gives a week or two of lead time between distributing invites and conducting the event. But years of prior experience imply that sometime in September should be when the 17 models make their appearance. This line of smartphones may be the last to follow that pattern, however. There have been hints that the release of the iPhone 18 collection in 2026 will be split into a Pro tier announcement in the fall and a standard model announcement the following spring. 4. What will the new iPhone 17 lineup include? Design rumors imply that Apple is constructing an ultra-thin smartphone, expected to be designated the iPhone 17 Air to match Apple's lightest laptop classification. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, often a credible source of advanced intel regarding Apple, said in January that the iPhone 17 Air will be equipped with a basic A19 CPU and will just feature a single camera lens. It may also feature Apple's new in-house modem, which was unveiled in February on the iPhone 16e. More facts concerning this development may surface ahead of September, but that's what we know for now. Apple's A-series CPUs are among the best mobile chips around, and each version has given much higher performance than its predecessor. We expect that tendency to continue with the A19 Pro chipset, which should appear on iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max later in the year. While there had been reports that Apple could move to a 2nm technology, which would make the A19 Pro even smaller than the 3nm A18 Pro, it now appears like the iPhone 18 Pro models will be the first to employ a 2nm process. Instead, A19 series chips are now scheduled to be built utilizing an enhanced version of TSMC 3nm technology. This should bring gains to performance and energy efficiency relative to the A18 series, although not to the same extent that adopting a 2nm technology would. However, any gain to energy efficiency could mean an even better battery than we've already witnessed on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The higher performance could mean a hotter running chip, but happily it seems Apple's thought of that. A vapor chamber cooling mechanism, which employs liquid inside a copper pipe to transport heat away from a device's most vital components, could be included to the iPhone 17 Pro versions, hopefully eliminating the problem. We've now seen leaked photographs of the vapor chamber, suggesting that this feature actually is coming to the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max. An investor note from Apple analyst Jeff Pugh indicated that the Air will have a titanium frame. If his allegations are right, the lightweight smartphone will be the only entry in the iPhone 17 series to employ that metal. The iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Pro, and iPhone 17 Pro Max are expected to be constructed of aluminum, which is oddly a lighter material than titanium. Other conjecture had stated that the Air might use a blend of aluminum and titanium, thus the actual materials may not be revealed until the official announcement. Additionally, an August 4 Mac rumor indicates the internal battery pack of the iPhone Air is barely 2.49mm thick, half the thickness of the iPhone 17 Pro battery. The leak was shared on the Korean-language Naver blog, where they show the claimed batteries of the iPhone 17 Air and 17 Pro side by side. The same story said the 17 Air's battery capacity was a measly 2,800 milliamps, Mac rumors noted. That's below the battery capacity of current iPhone 16 models. Each new roster has a base model, but over the years, Apple has changed up the variety of phones it sells. Most likely, there will be an iPhone 17 and an iPhone 17 Pro. Apple has also committed to the size matters principle and has been constructing an iPhone Pro Max alternative with an even bigger screen and longer battery life. The 17 lineup will almost probably feature one as well. The new Pro iPhones are believed to sport a full-width camera island on the rear, which would mark the first time an Apple model chose for that design. This feature can be observed on the supposed iPhone 17 spotted in the wild. The pictures published on Mac Rumors show a black-cased iPhone 17 Pro with the characteristic rear panel. Is it the real deal? The twin viewpoints provide a degree of credibility in a social media ecosystem increasingly plagued with AI-enhanced fakes, but your guess is as good as ours. The iPhone 17 Air seems prepared to take the place of a hypothetical iPhone 17 Plus. Since the iPhone 16 it was only just introduced in February at a rather high price range, it seems doubtful that there would be a new addition to that lower end of the spectrum, the devices that were previously designated SE. At the very least, it sounds like the iPhone 17 Air won't take away the charging connector and rely entirely on wireless connectivity. Bloomberg claimed that while Apple had examined manufacturing the iPhone 17 Air without a single port, the company changed plans. He also states that the speculated phone will feature a 6.6-inch screen and contain the dynamic island and camera control button. Finally, the price is rumored at $900, likely more than the normal iPhone 17 but less than the Pro. We've also acquired what seems to be a reliable peek at what the color lineup will be for the upcoming smartphones. Macworld said that the iPhone 17 will be available in black, white, steel gray, green, purple, and light blue. The iPhone 17 Air will reportedly offer 4 color options: black, white, light blue, and light gold. While the Air colors will be less vivid, the visuals on the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max will go bold. The possibilities for the Pro models are rumored to be black, white, gray, dark blue, and orange. On July 30, the X post from Sonny Dixon, a veteran and typically trustworthy leaker of upcoming iPhone information, displaying dummy iPhone 17 units in the new colors that were the subject of the aforementioned Macworld article. While these are literally just mock-ups, not real, leaked iPhones, it's intriguing to see how the design and color rumors translate into a real-world appearance and feel. 5. What will iOS 26 be like? Apple appended its numbering standards with the WWDC 2025 and will match the name of each new operating system to the year it's released. So when the next wave of iPhones hits, they'll be running on iOS 26. On the design side, the smartphone OS presented during the large developer showcase used a disputed approach termed liquid glass. Apple has been toning down the amount of transparency effects in the successive beta tests of iOS 26, although it will still have a glass-like look. The feature list contains significant and little updates. On the more significant side, the phone and photos applications have been overhauled. There will be various innovations employing artificial intelligence, including as live translation capabilities coming to phone, FaceTime, and messages. Apple is also now testing a sensitive content warning for child accounts that will stop FaceTime video if nudity is identified by on-device machine learning algorithms. And the company is also developing visual intelligence, which will utilize AI to search for elements in an image. The iOS 26 also features a litany of minor quality-of-life enhancements. Group texts are garnering support for polling. And for the sluggish risers out there, iOS 26 will finally allow you to escape the prison of the 9-minute snooze alarm. The latest iOS is currently available as a public beta. Here are our initial impressions on the liquid glass design and other new features. iOS 26 is compatible with all models back through iPhone 11. Finally, regulatory documents indicate that an updated Qi2 wireless charging standard could be in place by the time the iPhone 17 Pro Max and other models come out. That might enhance wireless charging speeds to as fast as 50 watt. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.